Let's do Hard Knocks Part 2. Imagine the drama there would be this season. You've got the Rex Ryan drama that always unfolds, and then Mark Sanchez, Santonio Holmes, throw in Tim Tebow. The show was a huge hit when they visited the Jets ahead of the 2010 season. There may not be a return engagement. FoxSports.com is reporting that Rex does not want a circus-type atmosphere around the Jets after last season's bickering and the way they collapsed at the end. Plus, you throw in the offseason trade for Tim Tebow. But Jets owner Woody Johnson is on record saying he would at least consider it. Whose side are you on here?
I was originally on Woody's side just because I want to see the Jets on Hard Knocks, and I'm shocked by this. When I saw the Atlanta Falcons,
that's not must-see TV.
Falcons or Jets, Matt Ryan or Tebow Sanchez, I'm not sure I must see that. I'm just not sure.
That's a fan's perspective. What about from a football perspective?
I completely agree, and that's the issue here. I'm on Rex's side because I think if, in fact, he challenged his owner, usually the owner wins these, so I'm not sure who, if the ultimate choice was HBO's choice. But I'm on Rex's side because this indicates to me, if he did not want to do Hard Knocks this time, that he finally wants to focus solely on winning a championship, not self-promoting Rex Ryan.
Thank you.
No more celebrity
Can we get
coach.
to football? Can we get to winning? Thank you.
No more stand-up routines midweek, every week, where the New York media is waiting to run with it, whatever. He's like the Ozzie Guillen of the NFL, right? Not maybe
but
outrageous.
Comedic,
Ozzie,
right.
Comedic, yeah. This also tells me, and this is where we may disagree, but it tells me that the acquisition of Tim Tebow was solely about trying to win a championship. That Tim Tebow will be the starter because Rex wants to win this way instead of the Sanchez way.
Assuming that was
Rex's choice.
Because this
Thank you.
Okay, again, if you want to promote and self-promote, if you want to be the celebrity team and the toast of the New York City media, then you bring Tebow in for the drama, for the backstory, for the Hard Knock story. You don't do it this way. This is the quiet way that he wants to ease Tim Tebow into the starting lineup. And because you want to focus on winning as opposed to promoting.
You're assuming
if you wanted Tebow just to promote, you do Hard Knocks.
No, but I think you got it mixed up.
I thought you were agreeing with me.
I agree with you, but I think you just went off the tracks here from the standpoint that I believe the owner might be with you on this promoting and putting the team out there. How do we get back out there after the Giants came? We went to 2 straight AFC Championship games, and the Giants out of nowhere won another Super Bowl, and we're now, again, second fiddle in New York. The Jets had overtaken the Giants as far as, you notice, back pages and interest. It was all about the Jets for the last few years, and now the Giants came, did a toast of the town. We get Tebow, we go back on Hard Knocks, we try to pump us, we got something going here,
okay.
And I believe that's all was owner-driven, not Rex Ryan, which I think is where you're going.
Well, the ownership, he said it was a tremendous benefit to them last time, and supposedly, reportedly, he's been up for it again, and it was Rex who didn't want it. To me, from a football perspective, I think Rex should want it. I think he should have every camera possible in that camp. They should start right now with Mark Sanchez and Santonio over, working out in Florida or what have you, because he needs to show the world that all that drama, all that locker room bickering, everything that supposedly tore the Jets apart down the stretch last season has disappeared. But wait, there's more.
I want to hear this.
If you're Mark Sanchez, you want the cameras in practice because everybody knows Tim Tebow's not a practice player. He's going to throw, 2 hoppers to wide receivers in practice. If the HBO cameras show that, Mark Sanchez is thinking, thank goodness. Now everybody sees that again, I'm the better quarterback.
That's making my case.
Right.
Rex didn't want that to happen because he wants Tebow to quietly.
Why does it have to be quiet, Skip? If he's the guy to win the Super Bowl, why not just put him in there? If he's on the team,
right. What have I said from the very start?
I don't understand
Tim Tebow is a terrible practice player.
But
he's an anomaly. It's the weirdest phenomenon because once the lights come on, even for an exhibition game, he will play.
But Skip,
he will make plays.
If your premise is right, what's the charade? If he's better than Mark Sanchez and he can win you a Super Bowl and you're Rex Ryan, what is stopping you? Mark Sanchez is going to get paid regardless. He's on the roster. He's going to get paid. You have Tim Tebow. If you honestly believe that Tim Tebow gives you the best chance to win, Just do it. What does he have to be eased into?
Has there ever in the history of this league, has there ever been more pressure, more expectation from a backup quarterback than is on Tim Tebow right now? Rex is shrewd enough to say, I want to take some of that pressure off instead of heaping pressure
Okay, so the Jets win their first 5 games of the season, now what? They win their first 5, now what?
Okay, with who?
What do you mean with who? With Sanchez, with their starting quarterback?
Well, I thought you meant with Tebow.
No, with
I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if Tebow goes 5-0.
Wait. You don't think Tebow's going to be the starter at the beginning of the season?
I don't know. I said by no later than midseason, but I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm asking you after the
he
first
will be
5
the starter.
games.
He could be sooner than later.
Wouldn't that, though, help them in terms of if they show Tebow, if they show the effect he has on the team, the effect he has, even if he's, not throwing the ball accurately in practice, the effect he has on that team and that intangible that everybody talked about on the Denver Broncos last year, wouldn't it be beneficial if you're Rex to show that and say, and he can point to that and say, look, yeah, he's not a practice player. We've already seen that in Denver. So the practice highlights, whatever. But in terms of affecting a game, affecting a team, look what he does. You've seen it on TV. You've seen it throughout the offseason. He's our guy when he decides to make that decision, assuming he's going to make that.
I just think Rex has gotten to a point more about let's get to football and winning. This is like this is too much of a circus here with the Tebow, and now we got cameras the whole training camp.
What took him so long?
I agree because I guess maybe last year blew up in his face. And maybe he realized, I got to get back here somehow, some way, and somebody maybe talked to him and said, you got to get the football.
I disagree with your final analysis of he wants the cameras on a team that's now healed, that we've fixed all those internal problems, that the inmates aren't running my asylum. Maybe they're not healed. Maybe that wound between Santonio and Sanchez, even though they're throwing
they're working out together.
Blah, blah, blah.
I don't think they'd be working out together. They wouldn't be working out together.
So you don't think Rex is that good?
Well, let's figure this out. Would they spend time together in the offseason when they don't have to if it hadn't been healed?
Well, one of them would have to say no, and one of them would look like the bad guy in that case. So if Mark is forcing this issue or creating this workout, then what's Santonio going to do? Say no? Then that just confirms that he was the problem.
He could.
That just confirms that he was the problem last year, and that doesn't help.
What if Rex called Santonio and said, do me a favor? Just go play catch with him.
I think you're onto something, though, if he doesn't want that.
Well, we have had word from Santonio's camp that his relationship with Mark is perfectly fine.
Boy, it wasn't last year.
No, it clearly wasn't. One question before we go. You're big for the cameras in there. Do you think there might be a side of Rex who wants to keep the mystery and intrigue as to exactly how Tim Tebow will be used in this offense?
Yeah, but except I don't know if the Hard Knocks crew, they don't really do that. They don't go into that stuff showing specific sets in practice.
You'd see specifically how much work he was getting.
Yeah, but you know what? He's already said he's going to have this many. I don't think there's that.
Well, he's left it very open. 1 to 20 snaps. So now if you're a defense, what do? You have to prepare for Tim Tebow as one of the options at quarterback.
Yeah, but I don't think you'd make that decision based on practices in the offseason. I think you make those decisions throughout the season.